like we were talking about like the
Okay.
phenomenon of like, Avatar: The Last Airbender, SpongeBob, Hey Arnold. But I think Cartoon Network overall, like as like the roster, has better cartoons compared to the entire roster of Nickelodeon.
No, I disagree.
Dude, it has Steven Universe. You just said how much you love Steven Universe, regular show, Adventure
So,
Time, Dexter's
so
Lab,
I mean, but I pick,
Samurai Jack. I
but I
feel
would,
like,
but I would pick Danny Phantom and Fatal Oddparents over Dexter's Lab.
man, I think that's my opinion is that I think
I'd pick Rocket Power over Dexter's Lab.
no way. No way.
Dude,
I would not pick Rock Power over Dexter's Lab.
I, it's eras. Dude, what is going on, everybody? This is John with my boy Lee. This is episode 30,
What up?
our Chef Curry episode.
The Chef Curry podcast. We haven't cooked anything though,
We haven't
so
cooked anything yet, but
don't
it's a little,
don't hold your breath on that one.
but this is episode 30 of the Would Have Talked About It Anyway podcast. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. How's the move coming along? You're coming down to SoCal.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man, it's gonna be rough. I mean,
What's the most hardest thing from moving state to state?
you've done it. No, you haven't.
I haven't moved state to state. I mean, California is
I
like
mean,
pretty big. So like
I,
NorCal, SoCal is low key like their own states in
but
general.
you worked in Nevada and lived in California.
Yeah, I guess okay, yeah, that's true. Because I moved like to Vegas, but I was in California.
Yeah.
So I guess for me the biggest thing is just finding a place. Just to make sure because I pack light in general, so everything was just like in my car. It was really just clothes. I
Yeah.
didn't have anything crazy. Everything is in my laptop, and my laptop's small. um I didn't have like a bed that I brought with me. I was just gonna get one when I got here. But the place where I stayed at was like my friend's place, and he had like a bed there, so
Nice.
that worked out. um I am could definitely sleep on an air mattress all day, and I do not mind just putting blankets and sleeping on the floor. Like
Yep.
I'd be money. So like I'm cool with thugging it out like that before I get like my own spot, and then like eventually buy a bed. But for the most part, I travel light, so that wasn't crazy. The biggest thing for me is that when I knew I was going to Vegas, I was like, I hit up all my friends that I knew that were there. It's like, yo, could I be? Do you need a roommate? You need a roommate? You need a roommate? um, and then like luckily, one of my friends were like, yeah, man, you could be my roommate. I need a roommate, so that worked out.
Nice, dude.
So planning ahead of time to find a place is the biggest thing for me, and of course, getting a job. Of course, most likely, if you're planning on moving to a new city, you got a job prior. So really, it goes job, place, and then bring your shit over there. Those are the things for me.
Nice.
What has the process been like for you so
I
far?
mean, it's been interesting so far. I think the big thing that you don't really get to prepare for is like when you actually move, like the relationships you built in the city that you're
Mm,
leaving. Sometimes it's kind of hard to like kind of leave that.
yeah.
Um, and it doesn't help that like gas is so expensive in California and it's not
Yeah, you're
quite as
moving at a
expensive
very
elsewhere.
interesting time.
So
So
it's probably the worst. I could, someone would argue this is like the worst time to move. The absolute
yeah,
worst time to move. And
especially when it comes to like driving. Like if you're moving and you're driving, how are you gonna plot out? So you're in Seattle, so
yes,
that's
I'm in,
Washington.
yeah,
And you're gonna go all the way. You're literally driving down the coast. You're literally
pretty,
driving down the coast, which is
pretty
pretty
much.
cool. Not too many people have said that they're driving down the coast.
Although I'm not actually going down the coast.
Word. But
Because so my plan is to
yeah,
go.
what are your gas plans? Tell me your pinpoint for gas.
So I'll start. I'll just fill up before I go.
Okay.
Uh, actually, no. My plan is I have about 250 miles in my tank till I hit E.
Okay.
Make it to Portland.
Nice.
You make it to Oregon. Get gas in Oregon because it's cheaper.
So Washington's on top, and then
Yeah,
Oregon, California.
it goes Washington, Oregon, California. So what I'm gonna
Okay.
do is I'm gonna go through Washington, get through Washington.
Mm-hmm.
In Oregon, get gas
Word.
twice.
Ooh, because
Get
Cali's rough.
because Cali's rough. Hopefully get gas twice. So get it like when I first enter Oregon, so basically essentially Portland,
Mm-hmm.
and then get gas again before I leave the Oregon border.
Mm.
And then drive from essentially my halfway point, my first destination, my first stop would my first like actual like stop probably be Tahoe.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Shouts
that
out Tahoe.
shout out to Tahoe. I don't know one from Tahoe, so it's
Except for your boy, man.
except for you, yeah,
South Lake Tahoe.
South Lake Tahoe.
Okay, well that's good though. If
Yeah,
so, like you'll you'll get gas from the beginning of Oregon because it's cheaper there, and then before you enter the crazy gas prices that is California,
right.
you'll get it right before you just one more town in Oregon, and then you'll drive all the way down towards Tahoe, which gas prices are going to be rough. Gas prices are rough in Tahoe. I suggest you go to the Costco in Carson City,
Right.
Nevada,
Okay.
because it'll be way cheaper there than in Tahoe. I don't know if it'll be Oregon prices, but if you have a Costco card, go there.
I do, which I do have a
Okay,
Costco card.
so go to the Costco in Carson. That's probably your best bet for the cheapest gas when you're in the Reno Tahoe area. Um, yeah, that's probably your best bet, bro. And
Nice.
then from there, you'll probably have to drive down all the way to SoCal. You'll have to at least stop somewhere. So at least you'll
I'm prepared to stop at least
yeah,
once.
you'll get gas in California at least once. At
Yeah.
least once. At least once. But when you're in Tahoe, stop by Carson to get it there. It's just you're going down the hill. You're going down the hill.
Okay.
So I think it'll behoove you to do that.
Nice. Oh,
Yeah.
nice word choice with it. Behoove.
Yeah. Behoove you. Yes.
So, but yeah, I'm trying to do it in like 2 days. I've done the drive, so I don't really have like any like particular spots I want to stop at.
hmm
Like, so I'm not really worried about like making a trip out of it.
Would it be super costly to like go down the coast the entire time?
No,
Hmm.
no,
Are
but
are
it's
you gonna end up on PCH eventually? Do you want to end up on PCH or like a Pacific Coast Highway? Is that what that
no, I
is,
do
right?
not.
Oh, okay. Why not?
I won't. I won't.
Okay.
By making this by making the trip going to Tahoe, I eliminate any ability to get onto PCH because then
Because
you're just getting going out of the way.
yeah, because once you're there, are you gonna go through SAC and just take the five all the way down to LA?
I don't even know if I'm going through SAC.
Interesting.
Hold on, give me a second. I actually mapped this out.
I mean, I guess you could if you want to. I don't know if you're going out your way, but since you're already in Tahoe, you could just go through the Nevada way and then drive into LA through Vegas. But I don't know if that's just making it longer.
That just makes it longer.
Yeah.
It's the same amount of distance.
But that's what, because when I drove down from LA from Tahoe, I went the SAC way. So I would just go through SAC, then I would just take the five all the way down. I don't know if that's the most optimal way though. I'm pretty sure there's a different way to go. I think if you go through Nevada, you could take I forgot, but there's a way like from Nevada, then you go through like Big Bear, and then you go through like stuff like that.
Yeah, the way
No,
that I
not Big Bear, Mammoth. You go through
yeah
Mammoth.
yeah the way that the quickest way that I mapped it out was going through Mammoth
There you go. That's what I meant,
and
Mammoth.
going. It looks like the long way, but ends up being the shortest way.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could take the five, but that would add like an hour of time.
Mm.
And like if I went through Vegas, it would take me the same amount of time to get home, or to get to my final destination than it would to get to Vegas and then go down. So I'd
Mm-hmm.
be adding like 3 or 4 hours to my trip.
Yeah, see. So yeah, the Mammoth way. So but I feel like you're going through some towns in Nevada.
Yeah,
So you'll have more opportunities to get gas. But I don't know if Nevada and California are a big difference in gas though. So damn, that is low key like such a big added layer of like moving, especially if you're driving, is trying to coordinate these ridiculous gas prices right now.
right.
But yeah, Mammoth's like interesting. Mammoth's low key like another Tahoe. You when you go there, you get Tahoe Big Bear vibes.
I might be able to. I'm trying to see how long, like distance wise, how long this drive is. 463. I might be able to make this drive. I might be able to make it without having to stop.
That would be amazing.
Like if I can get gas, it's like right around how much I probably will have to fill up just once,
Hmm.
but I will have to fill up, but I can get pretty far without it.
You should vlog your gas. You're like, yo, I'm at this gas station. It's this price, and you could point the camera outside to have like a you see like the drive, and then you could fast forward it. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows what you want to do? I low key, I feel like that would just add more things that you would need, unless you have like a cool GoPro setup.
No.
But I don't think you have a cool GoPro setup.
See that costs money, and I'm not in the business of spending a whole lot of money right now.
The way your bank account's set up, you gotta check in
Yeah,
the savings.
yeah, and right now my money's in my savings, and I gotta wait for the rest to stays, you know.
Yeah, but switching gears though. Yeah, last week we were talking about the Batman,
Right.
right?
Mhm.
So because you watched it, then we got all into like the cartoon of like, oh,
We did.
Batman animated series versus X-Men 90s. But then we low-key kind of went into like Cartoon Network and then freaking Nickelodeon.
Kinda, kinda.
Kinda, just a little bit. Because we definitely talked about like all of like our favorite like Saturday morning cartoon stuff.
Mhm.
But okay, so we're gonna do a bracket. We're gonna in honor
I
of
mean, in
March
honor of March,
Madness.
in
In
honor of March
honor of
Madness.
March Madness, we're gonna do a cartoon motherfucking bracket of all our favorite cartoons growing up. Freaking all right, explain how it's gonna work, John. Explain it to the people because I feel like you could explain it the best.
Okay, so what we did is we made a bracket. We have 9 shows each. I personally am a lean towards Nickelodeon, so I chose 9 of my favorite Nickelodeon shows.
Mm-hmm.
Lee, leaning more Cartoon Network, chose 9 of his favorite Cartoon Network shows.
Yes.
And so what's gonna happen is we're gonna talk about each, but as a Nickelodeon person, I'm gonna choose which Cartoon Network shows advance, and then Lee's gonna choose which Nickelodeon shows advance. And then when we get to the final, we're gonna duke it out. We're gonna have a heated debate on why one show is better than the other, to see which network had the better show.
Goddamn, that's rough. They're all like it's
And
gonna be
the,
hard. They're both so good.
they're really good. Like it's apples to oranges. Like they're both
Ugh.
good.
Ugh.
But one
If you
shows
had to choose, you had to choose. That's what we're trying to do. Like you
yeah.
had to choose one.
And
So one
that
show
one
from
show
a network, right?
yeah,
That one show.
one show is going to beat out every show from its own network, and then one show is going to beat out every show from its own network, and they're going to duke it out to see which network overall is better.
Yikes. Okay. All right. Well, start it off, Sean. Go ahead. Go
All
ahead.
right, so we have a standard 1 through 8 bracket,
Mm-hmm.
but our eighth, what you would consider our eighth and nine seeds, are going to go against each other. So
Let's do a little play in because we had
we
a
do
hard time picking eight. We were
we
like,
had a
oh,
really tough
we
time
got
picking
one.
8. I actually had a really hard time picking 9. Like I could have easily
Ugh.
went like
There's
13,
so many.
14. There's so
There's
many
so
good
many.
ones. So many.
But we're gonna keep it to a sweet 16 though.
I mean, it's more of a it's
A
more 18.
sweet 18
Sweet 18.
caveat ish.
We'll get to a sweet 16.
Yeah, yeah.
But we have a play in.
We got to play in
game.
first
We
to
have a
get
couple
into.
play in games. The first one being on the Cartoon Network side, we have Powerpuff Girls versus regular show.
Ugh.
Now, I watched both growing up. Both shows are really good. Hell, I watched a regular show at like 18, 19. So,
Yeah, no,
like,
that's I don't know, man. That
okay,
shit's hard.
so tell me what you like about the Powerpuff Girls.
I think for like it's just like more nostalgic for me,
Mhm.
honestly. Because like it goes into like I don't even forget. I don't know. Like I think like Fridays I would watch like the new episodes for it.
Mhm.
Um then maybe even like after school you would like be able to see it. But I don't know, man. I like the action to it. Freaking sugar spice, everything nice. Then
Yep.
accidentally chemical X. Um, freaking yeah, man. I don't know. It's just the action to it. Um, all of the different. Honestly, I kind of forget some of like the storylines. I remember there's the mayor, there's Miss Bellum,
Yep.
um, freaking
Freaking Mojo Jojo.
all of the bad guys. Yeah, Mojo Jojo. Then there's like the one him was really creepy because he
Yep.
was like the devil.
Hmm.
Then I remember there's that okay, Loki, I kind of remember episodes. There's that one episode where they go back in time or like him like it was like a disaster
Yep.
one. I forgot. Maybe it was like I don't know. So some of those episodes were cool. The Gang Green Gang, those
Yeah.
guys were funny. I guess the villains Loki kind of made the show too. But I don't know. There's more action. I think I kind of I picked Powerpuff Girls first as eighth because I liked I think it's just more the nostalgic feeling for it. But
Okay.
regular show was cool too though. Um it- yeah, I don't know. What do you think, John?
I mean, uh, talking a little bit about the regular show. I mean, you're following Mordecai and Rigby as they're like fucking like working like and like I mean you don't call it a dead end job, but they're working at like a park, like essentially at a park with like a bunch of other
Hmm.
people. I mean, Benson's as a character is super dope. Pops as a character is super dope. I don't know if you saw the regular show movie, but that was lit.
Damn.
But it's like regular show oddly was one of the shows that like at least for me like watching it like yeah they messed around a lot and they got into trouble they probably could have avoided. But like they went through shit that like they went through like some of the things that like everyone goes through. Like they had relationship issues.
Hmm.
They had like
Did you finish it? Did you end up
I
finishing
finished
it?
it. I finished it.
Oh, I need to finish it. You know what? You know what? Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Um, but it's just like they're getting into like adventures and they're like trying to just like they're out there living their lives and it's like super like you can relate to it. I mean, some of the things that they do it's like probably you can't, but like for the most part, like
Yeah, I like how
muscle. You can't forget about Muscle Man, by the
yeah,
way.
Muscle Man's like my mom. I think it's like I feel like because when I watched regular show, I was like, what true, like out of high school, maybe like 18, 19, going into my 20s.
Yeah,
Um, I think 10-year-old Lee wouldn't really appreciate regular show for its kind of like low-key adult humor-ish.
right.
But 10-year-old Lee definitely would like Powerpuff Girls because like it's a solid like cartoon. There's action to it and all of that. And it's more like cartoony, I guess. So I don't know. I feel like now, like looking into it, I probably want to like pick regular show is probably a better show. Um,
I
like
mean, this is.
overall,
I mean, this
because
is a.
it has a better story arc. Because I still want to
You
like
think
finish
so?
it. I want to finish it to figure out if freaking Mordecai ends up with what's the red bird girl's name
Oh my God, what
with
is her name?
because the her best friend is Eileen, and then
Yes.
after that, okay, we're good with regular show characters, and then like they were Margaret. It was like
Oh,
Margaret,
Margaret. Yeah.
and then after that, like Margaret was going to community college at that time. I was going to community college. There's a high five ghost, which is hilarious.
Dude, high five ghost. The
Uh,
skips, the Yeti.
Yeah. Oh, and the whole the backstory because like he's like immortal, and then he skips because he misses like the girl that he loved with, and then he like they died, and in
Mhm.
honor of her, that's why he skips, and that's his name. Um, then how could you forget the lollipop man that is Pops because he's
Yeah,
a
dude,
living
pops.
um the Benson hot sauce episode. Okay, I clearly like after discussing this. I like regular. I'm gonna put regular show over Powerpuff Girls.
See, unfortunately, that's not your decision, bro.
Oh, so you have to
So
choose it?
I get to choose Cartoon
What the
Network. You
hell?
get to choose Nickelodeon, bro.
Fuck. Okay. Well, okay. I'm pretty sure you're gonna pick regular
But
show.
you essentially made the decision. Like your argument basically went from like Powerpuff Girls were cool, but you connect with the regular show more. So regular
Yeah,
show.
because as a
So
grown person.
yeah, regular show is our winner.
But
So
I'm
there,
pretty sure 10-year-old Lee would have been like, I don't really get it like that. Like it's like
ten
cool.
year
You know what I'm
old,
saying?
yeah.
I wouldn't relate to it.
So it's like it's the difference between like nostalgia and like what you actually like what you like now.
And where you are now as a person.
Right.
Interesting.
I
That
mean,
might be a theme for all of this. A lot of this is nostalgia.
I yeah. So but now it's gonna be nostalgia for it's gonna be a huge nostalgia kick for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But But now we're going to Nickelodeon play in, and you got two totally different shows that hit totally different like
Oh,
themes and
bro.
everything.
Okay.
Your the 8 and 9 matchup on the Nickelodeon side is Rugrats versus Invader Zim.
I guess I want to hear your thoughts about it since you picked
So,
them.
I mean, this was really tough. This was I originally had Rugrats for like for the nostalgia of it all,
Mm-hmm.
because like I remember being a kid and like watching Rugrats and all the like adventures that Tommy, Chucky, Phil, and Lil were get into.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like their babies doing like stuff that they probably shouldn't have. Do Reptar still like a retro like
Mm-hmm.
character that people still like wear like full rocks stuff on?
Yep.
Rapper,
Solid hot topic hoodie. No,
solid.
Invader Zim is more of
Invader,
a solid hot topic hoodie than
it
Rugrats, to be
is,
honest. Yeah.
it
If we're gonna
is.
go hot topic
But like,
clothes.
but like, it's one of the more wholesome. It's one of the more wholesome cartoons that you were able to find, in, like as like a
For Rugrats.
for
Rugrats is way
Rugrats, yeah.
more wholesome.
For like
Yes.
for as like and it's like a 4 or 5 like as like a 5-year-old kid watching it, like there's a lot of like relatability to it. Um, and it's light. Like you don't need to like have watched previous episodes to get it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you had the dynamic with like Angelica and Susie and all of them. Now,
Mm.
Rugrats is not including all grown up. That's its own separate thing that I'm not including in this.
You're just regular Rugrats.
Just regular Rugrats.
Mm-hmm.
And like, there's something to be said about a show being, liked enough to where you have like random like creepy pastas and stuff like that made for it.
Yeah, the creepy pastas get that's a whole other video. We
That's a,
could
that's
go
a
into that
whole
different.
another video
That's a
if
whole
you
other
want
video.
to. But yeah, but the fact that like people like the show enough to like get into the mindset of to like make one of those is, speaks volumes.
Mm-hmm.
But but then going against it,
It's really exact opposite. Invader Zim's like kind of like crazy. Like low key, you're like, why did they show this to us as children?
it's dark, it's out there, it's like
It's
it's essentially about an alien and his robot trying to take over Earth and like failing at every chance that they can, but like not failing enough to where they have to leave the planet.
yeah, and then
Um,
that one, what's his name, Dib or whatever.
Dim.
Yeah, he's like the only guy that
He's the
knows
only
that
guy
Phil's
that
an
actually knows he's
alien.
an alien. Um, but it was a show that didn't get enough love, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Like
low
it's
key. Okay,
like it's a show that I think still had like up until like 2019 was still having like
it
random
definitely has a cult
conventions.
following.
It definitely has a really big cult following. Like there's
Mm-hmm.
like invaders and conventions like at least like once or twice a year that people would go to, and they serve pancakes, man. Because Gurr loved making pancakes, man.
That's funny. Oh yeah, Gur was like a whole thing.
I think like if this were just about like choosing one character from each show, like I think Gurr would go pretty far in my opinion. Like if it was me picking, because like Gurr, like I like loved the character. I love the Gurr character because he's just like
Mm-hmm.
stupid and he like randomly will like have like his senses like come to like his senses in a way, and he'll like
Mm.
start putting in work, and then he'll just get like useless again, and it's pretty cool. Um, Definitely a darker show.
Definitely a darker show. It's low key the kind of the Nickelodeon equivalent to like
Mhm.
Grim Adventures Billy and Mandy. I feel like I don't know, I get like the same like vibe from it.
Yeah,
They're both pretty different shows, but I kind of get the same like low key kind of like the same vibe from it.
right.
But yeah, Invader Zim was kind of like whole ass freaking it was crazy. Like just like the all I kind of forget all of the um like stories or
Hmm.
like I couldn't tell you like an episode to it,
Right.
but I just remember there are just like a lot of like weird, like crazy, like how they like animated it. There's probably an episode like I'm like looking at pictures. It looks like there's one where they all had lice, and everyone like I don't know the way they drew it too is kind
Yeah.
of it's more like adult you how they drew it, and you're like you could it could be an Adult Swim. You know what I'm saying? Like
They could
it
have
could
easily
have.
made it an Adult Swim.
It's like a quick pivot to an Adult Swim show if you wanted it to be.
Like it would have been, it could have been like the perfect bridge.
Hmm.
So, but with that in mind, who's coming out on top?
Man, okay. So yeah,
Tough, right?
so it is tough, but I think as far as like when I think of Nickelodeon staples, I think of Rugrats. Rugrats has got to be on there. And um did you ever watch the Rugrats movie?
I did.
Didn't you feel emotional when like Chucky was all like stop when he was gonna
Which one? Because they
marry
made
the
multiple.
in the movie where his dad was gonna marry
Getting married.
the French chick and
Oh
then
yeah, and
really
then like they like seamlessly just included her and the dot and her daughter into like the series after the movie.
well no so like so Kimmy was like um the because there's like the evil French lady that
Yeah.
Chucky's dad was gonna marry but
Oh, that's right.
then really Kimmy's mom here I'm gonna look it up real quick
Yeah.
Kimmy's
And
mom I don't know if there was
Kim,
like the assistant or something.
yeah, I think it was. If I remember correctly, was. I think it was.
Kira
Yeah.
Finster. Yeah. So and like Kira was super nice and sweet, and like we all knew that Kira was the right fit
Obviously,
for what's Chucky's dad name? Chester. I want to see Chester.
I think it's Chester.
Chucky's dad name. Chucky's dad name. Yeah. Um,
Chester Finster.
Chester Finster. No, Chaz. We're
Chaz.
hella off. Not Chester. It's Chaz. Good thing I googled it. So
Was there
yeah,
a
Chaz.
Chester?
I think we're just confusing Chaz and Chester.
Okay.
But so yeah, freaking and that was just like a whole ass moment, man. And I was so excited to go watch like the movie.
Yeah.
And then it was canon
Yeah.
because the
Because
next
they included Kimmy and Kira in the TV show like after
yeah,
the movie came
when
out.
they go into it. And then I still remember like Tommy's dad is like an inventor and he makes a bunch of things.
It's a
Freaking
ginormous reptar.
yeah, freaking what else? There's that episode where like Chucky got hit by a skunk and then they're trying to figure out all the different ways. Then there's the episode, do you remember the episode where Angelica had got one of Stu's um like inventions where he changes the voice and she
Yeah.
sounds like an adult and then she bought like hella food. That was hilarious. Yeah, so I'm a just from shouts out Invader Zim.
Shout out to Invader Zim.
If you are a solid Invader Zim fan, you would probably pick Invader Zim because it does have its own cult following in 2022. But in terms of Nickelodeon staples, I gotta choose
Rugrats.
Rugrats. Oh damn, you chose it. That's why there's progress. That's cool.
Okay, so now we got our play-in games done.
Yes.
Do you want to go through? We'll go back and forth. Nickelodeon. We'll go to Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, till we get to our final two.
Yes.
So we'll go with the Cartoon Network 1v1 versus 8 matchup. Adventure Time versus Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Ooh.
So Lee, tell me,
Ooh. Whoa, whoa.
tell me about both.
Adventure Time, I feel was like let's say Cartoon Network. I feel like it was like its resurgence along with regular show
Mhm.
where like the heyday or like whatever like when we were little Codename Kids Next Door, Johnny Bravo, the Ed, Ed and Eddies, Dexter's Lab, uh freaking you're like oh man this is like what we love about like Cartoon Network. Then maybe there's like a little lull period in probably like the mid 2000s ish
Mhm.
because like they were still kind of sticking to the old ones but they still needed to figure out like new cartoons for Cartoon Network. But I think once they got like Adventure Time and regular show they're like oh yo we gotta hit again. um and yeah I don't know Adventure Time was really cool. It kind of goes into it's different where I feel like it really like both kids and adults could really enjoy it because it's very more cartoony enough
Mhm.
that more kids could enjoy it. Because I feel like regular show kind of like leans a little bit more towards it is cartoony enough for kids to enjoy it, but I feel like it has more like adult humor than like kid stuff.
Right.
But I feel like Adventure Time has a good mixture. I think it is mostly like kid stuff, but has like adult themes to it that make you like it.
Mhm.
Um, then whereas Grim Adventure Billy Mandy Man is like freaking is nostalgia to it too, man. It's freaking
I mean,
that's what I was gonna say. It reminds me of like the Invader Zim and freaking Grim Adventures Billy and Mandy, where it was like I can't believe like there's some things that you're like, damn, I can't believe they showed that as like in for kids, you know.
right?
One of my favorite ones, I don't know if you remember him, was like the Fred Burger. He was like the green elephant guy, and he was like,
Yes.
yeah, that's what that was his thing. He was like, yes. uh and he just wanted some frozen yogurt. Um, yeah, and yeah, I enjoyed it. Freaking Billy and Mandy is kind of the um like is more nostalgia to it when I think about it. But
Mhm.
I feel like when I talk about it, I feel like I for me I have to give the lean for Adventure Time. But I don't know. What are you gonna choose, bro?
So this is actually not as tough as I thought it was gonna be. Like I liked Billy and Mandy. Like it's a
Hmm.
cool show, really interesting concept. Um, you know, I liked Grim. I liked the dynamic between Grim, Billy, and Mandy. But I never really got into Billy's character.
Well, he was just dumb, and
Yeah,
he was just kind of like a the dumb annoying kid.
yeah. Whereas like Adventure Time, like you can like
You're way emotionally invested into Adventure
yeah,
Time. It's like a show where you're like, I need to know what happens.
exactly. Like
Or like,
Adventure Time was like one of those like one of the few cartoons that like came out and you're like, oh, I gotta make sure I watch. I gotta make sure I watch the next episode. And like episodes like kind of played off of each other. Like it was like a
Billy and Mandy was
continuous.
like a one-off. It wasn't
Yeah,
so much it's a cartoon, like a solid cartoon. Like this is
exactly.
what happened this day, and then you just watch for the next episode. It doesn't really tie in together.
And so for that reason, Adventure Time gets the win.
Hmm. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you for that one.
No, not at all. But on the Nickelodeon side, you won eight matchup. Your Rugrats.
Ooh,
Okay.
this one's hard
Is it?
for
Because
me.
Rugrats is going against the staple of Nickelodeon television in the last 20 plus years in SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yeah, I mean, this is
I mean, we talked about Rugrats. Like we know like the sentimental feelings you get with it and the nostalgia that we get. But SpongeBob's been around for so long. Like I remember when the first episode came out and being like excited to watch it. And like those first like four, like 3 or 4 seasons of SpongeBob,
just
you can argue, you can make the argument are like the best 4 seasons of a cartoon like ever.
this one's hard because I really like Rugrats, but because I'm not gonna explain everything because I feel like I explained all of my Rugrats love on
Yeah,
the beating over Invader Zim.
yeah.
Um, the biggest reason that I'm gonna do SpongeBob over Rugrats
Okay.
is to this day I quote a lot of SpongeBob.
Dude,
I quote so much SpongeBob.
I quote SpongeBob more often than I am comfortable with.
I quote a lot of SpongeBob,
Dude,
and
I quote a lot of
um,
Patrick. I
yeah.
think that's to be more specific for me. I quote Patrick. Like the amount
So
of times that I say, "Wait, SpongeBob, no, don't. We have technology." Like is insane.
yeah. So on that alone, I think I'll give SpongeBob the nod. But I feel like those are two like solid Nickelodeon staples though.
Yeah.
They really are. And I guess like in terms of longevity, I think SpongeBob still is it's still I don't know if they make new episodes, but I feel like it's still low key kind of still relevant today,
Yeah.
at least more than Rugrats. And I think SpongeBob overall had more of a worldly impact.
Right. There's something to the idea that like SpongeBob's still airing. Like It's
Do they
still
still have new
they
episodes?
still make new episodes of SpongeBob.
Then okay, yeah, there you go, longevity
Like
there. So
it has been a huge cash cow for Nickelodeon for so long.
damn, this is
That,
gonna be interesting how this bracket goes. I
dude,
wonder if we'll keep
right?
we'll keep going. We'll see. All right.
So next matchup on the Cartoon Network side is Codename Kids Next Door, which is actually this is one of the few matchups that I think are going to be very like where your shows are very similar because you have Codename Kids Next Door versus Teen Titans.
Mm, mm, this one's hard. This one's
Th-
hard.
is it though?
Dude, Coding Kids Next Door is really good. I really like the movie too,
The
where
movie was really good.
and it wasn't a theatrical one. It was just a Cartoon Network movie, but
Yeah,
that one was really cool. Where like his dad was agent number one's dad was number zero,
yeah,
and then freaking father and freaking number one's dad are actually like brothers, and then after that the grandfather was like the most evil one. So
sure.
technically the delinquent kids from the delinquent kids from down the lane um were is number one's cousin. I really love the whole kids next door lore.
Hmm.
Freaking um yeah, of just like how like when they grow up and then after that like when they become a teenager they get decommissioned and they
Yep.
forget all of the things that they had when they were a kid. And it really like embodied of like things that when you were a kid you wanted a treehouse and you hung out with your friends. Did you ever make a treehouse?
Nah.
We didn't make a treehouse, but we used to make forts.
Yeah, yeah. Dude, we used to make forts, but like
Yeah, we
never a
stayed making
treehouse.
forts. Never a treehouse. That we tried to, but like it was like we didn't make a treehouse. I feel
Nah.
like you need an adult involved to like get the structure of a treehouse properly.
Dude, I
Um,
never had a tree. I never had like a tree that was good enough to make a tree house in.
where our apartments were, it was across from a forest, so like we had hella trees, but you weren't really we didn't own the land, so
Yeah.
besides the point. But yeah, it was just like then I like all of the like there's like a dentist there's like a dentist bad guy. There's like the vampire bad guy that was like he would like spank you. There's
Oh
like
yeah.
Mr. Boss. There's like a cat lady bad guy. It was very more cartoony. Teen Titans though, um, damn, I don't know, it's fucking Teen Titans, man. This shit was fuck. Just I guess we keep on getting on this theme of like we like the nostalgia of a cartoon, but then after that, like a overarching show in general, you're like, damn, Teen Titans, because it kind of I don't know, like the whole Beast Boy and like Terra thing. Like, what was
Yeah.
that about? It's there's never really closure there, and you wanted it to keep going because it was only just one good season. Then like the whole Robin and Slade.
Only one good season?
Was there more than one season?
Dude, there's four.
There's four. Oh, I guess like I binge watched it and it all felt like one to me.
Yeah.
Um,
That's very that makes sense. Then you had
yeah,
the whole thing with Robin and Slade.
yeah.
Um, and then you had the movie
Oh, there is a
when they go
movie.
to Japan.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. The Japan movie was tight too. Damn. All right, go ahead, John. What about you? You're the one that have to pick it, so I feel like you're
This is a
good.
really tough matchup. I'm not gonna lie, because I loved Conan as a kid.
Mhm.
It was genuinely one of those shows that like you made I made sure to watch. But there's the idea that like you have to have like the ability to rewatch it and enjoy it. And I've gone back and rewatched Teen Titans as an adult. So like for the rewatchability factor for me, gotta go with Teen Titans.
I'm not mad at you. I am not mad at you.
All right. Next up, next up, we have on the Nickelodeon side, we have Jimmy Neutron and Hey Arnold.
Mm. What are your thoughts?
So, Jimmy Neutron, just as a quick summary, is about this like super genius that like gets crazy adventures with like his friends and like other kids in
His
the community
robot dog.
and his dog Goddard. Um, you have Sheen, who's like super like really big into like the one superhero, and
Ultra Lord.
Ultra Lord. Can't forget about Ultra Lord.
Hmm.
And he's not the smartest guy, but like where like Billy in Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy's like really dumb. Like at least Sheen doesn't. Sheen's not the type that's gonna like do something like super super stupid.
Sheen's dumb and like lovable, and Billy can be dumb and lovable to some people, but I feel like he teeters on the dumb and like annoying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're like, well, I guess you could argue that for Sheen too, but I feel like Sheen's a little more lovable than
Sheen's a little more tame,
yeah,
which
yeah,
helps him
it's
out a lot.
yeah, and I think it helps like with the cartoon in
Yeah.
general. Then you have Carl.
And
He
then you have
likes
Carl
llamas.
Weezer, who's in
He
love
likes.
with Jimmy's mom.
Oh, he is. Huh? I forgot about that.
Dude,
He.
and like one of the reasons why I have Jimmy Neutron so high is TikTok is like a good chunk of my TikTok for a while was Carl Weezer like impersonators and like people singing random songs in the voice of Carl Weezer. So like so like his cultural impact is there, man. Where it's like and it's like it was like an animation style that was different for the time.
It was a little different.
Um, and like they had like the Jimmy Neutron movie. They had a crossover with the Fairly Odd Parents, who we'll see later on in this
Hmm.
bracket. Um, and it was just one of those shows that like was like on at like the oddly like the right time for you to be watching cartoons.
It was definitely like after school time ish.
But then you've got like the story of growing up with in Hey Arnold, where it's
Mm.
like it's like Hey Arnold's like a kid. Like I think he's in middle school.
He's in elementary school.
He's in elementary school.
PS 118.
Oh, PS118.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He's in elementary school for sure. I think like he's like in fourth grade. He's like a fourth grade teacher, like Mr. Simmons.
Oh yeah, Mr. Simmons.
And
But it's
like
like
he's there's like he was like low key gay, like there were like gay undertones on there, but I guess
I
that's a
mean
different whole other video. That's a whole other video. That's a whole other video.
yeah. There's definitely like fan theories that have come out about Hey Arnold
Hmm.
in the past. So it's like, but then you've got like his grandparents that are like super dope.
Hmm.
You got the crazy stalker and Helga Pataki.
Hmm.
Um, I don't remember what his buddy's name was.
Gerald, man,
Gerald.
his friend Gerald, man.
Yeah.
The episode where they're downtown is fruits,
Nope.
and then they have to go to the play.
Yep.
Freaking, how'd you feel about the movie too? Where it's like they had to, or like Arnold's parents were like adventurers and stuff, and
Yeah.
then they had to leave on an adventure, and
And they
that's why
never
he
came
left.
back.
Yeah, that's why he left Arnold with his grandparents.
And then I don't remember. I remember watching it. I don't remember if he actually like found his parents.
I don't think so. I don't know. I think I have to rewatch it. I don't know if there's a solid conclusion to it. I forget.
Yeah. There's a lot. There's a lot to the show, and I think that one's like a little more wholesome, a little more like. I feel like I have. I feel like that one's like pretty nostalgic in its own right,
Hmm.
and I love the jazz intro.
Yep. Solid intro for
Yeah.
like the music.
But so does Jimmy Neutron.
I forget the Jimmy Neutron intro, to be honest. I forget.
It's very much like pop punky kind of like or
Mm,
pop rocky kind of music.
okay.
But yeah, out of those two, who are you going with and why?
Oh, for me? Oh yeah, because I forget I'm the one that has to choose it. Man, bro, I gotta pick Hey Arnold, man. That's a whole ass staple in freaking like Cartoon Network or not Cartoon Network in
And
Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon.
Like when I think of Nickelodeon, that he was a part of that era of like the Rugrats era.
Yeah.
Um, and I think I like the story more compared to Jimmy Neutron, where I feel like you are a little more invested in like what happens to the characters compared to like what happens to like Jimmy Neutron in them. And it's more of like a there was that whole episode where the Mr. Win, where he's a refugee from Vietnam, and then after that, Arnold spends his whole Christmas trying to reunite him with like his I forgot if it was like his daughter or like niece or something. Like,
Hmm.
dude, that shit was emotional, man. It teaches you how to
Yeah,
be a good person.
it
So
does. It does. You come out a better person
Yeah, and
for
like the whole like stoop kid thing, Arnold helps
dude,
stoop
stoop
kid
kids afraid
leave
to leave
his
the
stoop.
stoop.
Yeah,
I, I remember that episode wholeheartedly
yeah.
because I
Then
remember
there's
that
like
because they were like chanting his name. They're like stoop kids afraid to leave the stoop, and then like hey Arnold like and then like Arnold like fucking like
he helps him
yeah
mentally leave the stoop because like I think he had like weird attachment issues like
yeah
with the stoop, and then he showed, but like he low key he was like a stoop kid was like a douchebag, and he was like there's so many stoops out in the world, and then for some reason like Harold forgot or like he left. And then, like that whole arc where he stoop kid finally leaves the stoop, and then he's like, "Hey, stoop kid," and then he throws like his popsicle, and then
yeah
like he jumps off the stoop and like goes and beats up Harold.
yep.
Yeah, so I gotta choose Hey Arnold um over Jimmy Neutron.
Wow.
What would you chose? I feel like you would have chose Jimmy Neutron. I feel
I
like you were
I,
leaning towards Jimmy Neutron.
I honestly with between Codename Kid Six Door and Hey Arnold versus Jimmy Neutron like I don't know what I would have chose.
Mm.
I think I probably would have chose Hey Arnold personally, but I'm glad I'm not the one that had to make that decision.
Okay, all right. Going back to the Cartoon Network bracket.
Yes, going back to Cartoon Network. Next matchup is Johnny Bravo versus Ed, and Eddie.
Ooh, these are. I feel like these are solid. Damn, because I don't know. Edit. I feel like Edit and Eddie last longer, and I really remember getting out of school and watching Ed, and Eddie. Freaking the Plank, all the characters like Plank, Rolf.
Hmm.
Remember when Rolf challenged Eddie to a duel and then they beat each other up with fish?
Yep.
That was hilarious. Um, then Johnny Bravo, man, freaking he was Johnny Bravo. He was just trying to get all the girls, but then after that he would get like knocked out.
Yep.
Um, yeah, I low key though, like I kind of
The
forget
the
like
blonde
plot.
Elvis.
Yeah, the blonde Elvis. I low key kind of forget like some episodes. Like I couldn't tell you a specific episode. There's like one point where it transitioned into, or was Pops always there? You know, like he would go into the diner, he'd be like, "Give me a milk, Pops."
I think if I remember correctly, he was always there.
Okay, yeah. Um, there was a. I remember the hip hop episode the most from Johnny Bravo, where like he was trying to get at a girl, and then after that, the girl was like a roadie for like a hip hop group, and then Johnny Bravo like tried to like fit in, and like he started like wearing like he wore like a weird jester hat. Um, yeah, but I don't know, man. What do you think? What do you think? I feel this one's pretty hard.
It's for me, I'll be honest with you. I actually wasn't a huge fan of either show.
Mm,
Um, but because I mean, this is probably going to be the easiest one for me. Like, I don't think this one's necessarily close. I I don't remember a whole lot of Johnny Bravo, but
okay,
I remember a decent chunk about Ed, and Eddie. So like my pick's gonna be Ed, and Eddie, just
nice,
because I don't really remember a whole lot of Johnny Bravo.
interesting. Edit and Eddie made you want to buy Jawbreakers. I never wanted Jawbreakers more than I did
Yes,
Ed and Eddie
that I can agree. And like I felt
because they wanted them so bad. That was like
I felt
that was the
I
bane of
felt
their
I
existence.
felt
Was
so bad for them every episode because all I wanted was were Jawbreakers.
you know what Ed?
And then like how they ended the series, like
I forget how they
with
ended
like
it.
Ed with Wendy's brother being like a total doucher.
Yeah, I remember that. It was that how they ended it.
That I think that
I
was like
forgot
one
how
of, I
it.
think that was one of like the last episodes
Yeah,
because like
I
it
look you
like
remember that.
led into them like being like super sad and then like the rest of the kids like becoming friends with them and everything and then everything like
Mm. Oh, because Eddie's big brother was such a douche that everyone like rallied against going against Eddie's or Ed's big brother that they all
yeah
ended up becoming friends.
yeah
That makes sense. Yeah. Because yeah, the whole time, Ed is like, yeah, my brother's so cool. Yeah, my brother's so cool. Then there's even what should we call it? Even like the other kids were like, yeah, Ed's brother's so cool.
yeah
But I guess they were little kids, and it was just like little kids remembering someone cool, which is whack because if you're hella older, why are you hanging out with a bunch of like little kids like that?
right.
It makes sense. All right, so man, you got Ed. I'm not mad at you at that pick.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that's probably what you would have picked as well.
Yeah, I would have picked that in an Eddie. All right, what's my next one, John? What are we
Your,
looking at?
dude, your next one, a couple of Butch Hartman specials.
Mm.
You have Fairly Odd Parents versus Danny Phantom.
This one's hard.
Very hard.
This one's
So,
hard. I think
Fair,
this is the hardest out of all of them. Go, you go first.
is this the hardest one for you so far?
I think so for me because I really like Danny Phantom, and that but Fairly Odd Parents was a whole ass. Damn, yeah, this is hard. Go. What are your thoughts, real quick?
So Fairly Odd Parents is just the story of Timmy Turner getting like having such a miserable life that he gets fairy godparents,
Mm-hmm.
Cosmo and Wanda, and just the adventures that they go on because he's able to get almost every wish he wants
Yeah,
granted.
but then the wishes backfire because it's
And
like,
every time,
yeah. Then
like
the weirdo that's Mr. Crocker.
dude, you have Mr. Crocker, you have Vicky,
Yep.
and then you have his buddies Chester and AJ. That's
Yeah.
where I think we got Chester from earlier.
Yeah, there you go. That is where we got Chester from. Um, the it gave us the wonder that is my shiny teeth and me.
Dude, or it also gave us Icky Vicky, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say Icky Vicky too.
Everything with Chip Skylark, man.
Um, then
Just
what's
bop after bop, man.
but then Danny Phantom is really cool. It's very underrated
Yeah,
as far
very
as like a
underrated.
action.
Very
I
action based.
shouts out the box goes.
Dude,
I
shout out the
am the
box goes.
box goes. The in the future where it's like a Danny Phantom, because like there was like another like his other bad guy where he kind of had like the same powers as Danny Phantom. I forgot that dude.
Are you talking about like Vlad Masters?
There you go. There you go. Shouts out you for remembering. So yeah, there's like Lead Masters, and then after that, he's pretty much like Danny Phantom too.
Yeah,
Um,
but just like older and a little
yeah,
like buffer.
yeah, and then in the future, it's like they kind of see like I think like I forgot like, but Danny Phantom ends up getting that like the ghost screech, and like
Yeah.
that's like hella powerful. That one really stands out to me. But I think overall, as like a franchise, I gotta go Fairly Odd Parents though. This is hard. This is hard. I
I will
like the action packedness. It's very Saturday morning cartoon to Danny Phantom,
I
but
will
like,
yeah.
go ahead, go
No,
ahead.
no,
You would
no.
tell me what.
No, no,
Oh,
no, no,
just
go ahead.
overall, just like Fairly Odd Parents, and I really love. Like, I think out of like all the cartoon Christmas specials, I really enjoyed the Christmas Fairly Odd Parents special, where like it's always December 24th, because
Yep.
like I think he Timmy wished that Christmas would like never end, and then like Santa Claus in itself was I think he was like he has like magic too or
Yep.
something. That one I really remember that one. I like that, and I think I just looked forward to seeing Fairly Odd Parents more than I did Danny Phantom. But I really, really, really enjoyed the Danny Phantom action though. Um,
See,
I gotta give it up to I'm gonna give it to Fairly Odd Parents on this one.
and this is I wonder if this is like the first one we would disagree on because I'd actually give it to Danny Phantom.
Mm, why?
Partially because like I really disliked the live action Fairly Odd Parents movies.
Oh well, I didn't. I guess
They like
I
left a really big sour taste in my mouth.
because Drake was
Because Drake
Drake.
felt, I mean, yeah, Drake. Um, and then like I remember like when did Danny Phantom come out?
Like 05 ish. We're like
Like
probably like
04?
we're like probably middle school on your way to high school ish.
Yeah. Like how like they say like there's those cartoon characters that like there's like characters that you like help kind of mold like who like what you're interested in.
Mm-hmm.
Like Danny's like friend Sam
Mm-hmm.
that like has helped kind of mold like the type of woman that like I'm into.
You're into quirky goth chicks?
Dude, yes, wholeheartedly.
Because we were talking about this last episode too, where like I knew I was in a girls because of Rogue from
Yeah,
X-Men. Um, damn, so that was like your moment was Sam from Danny Phantom? There.
her and Shigo from fucking Kim Possible, dude.
Whoa, you have a type. That's
Apparently,
that's okay. That's I learned something from you. Huh, that's interesting. So you're in a like I guess like it's like punk rocky girls kinda.
girls with a little bit of edge.
Yeah. And so like Do you like girls that work at Hot Topic, I guess?
Which is funny because I don't like going in a Hot Topic.
Yeah, but I feel like that's like your okay, that's interesting. I learned something new about my friend. You're in a quirky white you're into quirky goth chicks.
I'm into more than that, but like very early on, yeah, that was a thing.
That was the thing. So damn, so when you watched it, you're like you were super into Sam.
I was like, damn, like I know, like this is it.
Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, it was Rogue for me. So I guess I like thick chicks.
I mean, I mean, I've seen a couple of the women you've dated, and I would agree with that. I think
Yeah.
that's a sentiment right there.
Um, but okay, I understand why you would go Danny fandom besides our tangent in cartoon women.
Right.
I'm gonna go Fairly Odd Parents.
Okay. And that's going to be the one that advances.
Okay.
So our next last matchup of the first round in the Cartoon Network space, we have Regular Show versus Dexter's Laboratory.
Ooh,
Really tough matchup for me. Really tough matchup for me.
ooh. This is
Because like I genuinely liked both. I genuinely like both shows.
I'm I'm picking Dexter's Lab. That is mine. I'm a big Dexter's Lab fan. That was my favorite cartoon, probably out of a lot of these cartoons. These are like all my favorite cartoons. I would quote Dexter a lot as a child, and I always wanted like my own like cool secret lab, and
Yeah.
I would yeah, like when I would be a kid, I would like pretend I had a computer, and I would be like a Dexter, be like, "Computer, tell me da da da," which I
Dude,
guess I could kind of
dude,
do it
if
now with
Dexter,
like Alexa and like
if, like
Siri.
Siri, yeah, you totally could. Um, this is actually a really tough one for me because I genuinely like
Omelette du fromage, omelette du fromage,
omelette du fromage.
and that's all you could say. Hilarious.
And then like got all the chicks, man.
And then the monkey, like
Yeah,
the monkey superhero, that was a nice little sidebar. And then
yeah.
after that,
When he got the
Cap.
remember Dexter got the neighbor that was like the villain version of
Oh,
him.
Mandark.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was back to Fairly Odd Parents. Mandark was Dexter's Dinkelberg,
yeah.
where Timmy's dad is like Dinkelberg.
Dinkelberg. This is actually a really tough one. A really tough one. I genuinely like both shows. Um,
Oh, Major Glory
oh,
and Val Hallen and
dude, can we get
the Grunk or
dude?
Crunk.
Oh man, dude.
Yeah,
But you have
the
Pops.
Justice Friends, the Justice Friends.
Yeah.
Those guys. But I'm talking about yeah. I guess there's Pops, but the Justice Friends.
But
Uh,
Pops, man.
I don't know. Go ahead, John. Go ahead, John. I
Oh
don't know.
man, dude,
It's hard. It is hard.
you're
It
gonna
is
hate me
hard.
for this.
You're gonna pick regular show.
I'm picking regular show.
Is it just because of the story overall? Again,
Um, you can miss an episode of Dexter's Lab. It'd be fine.
because it is like one-off cartoons. There's
Yeah.
no really overarching arc to Dexter. It is really like one-off episodes.
This pains me, by the way. I
Oh, the
want you to,
Dungeons and Dragons episode from Dexter's Lab is really good.
dude.
The Star Trek episode. Remember the episode where Dexter they were like in the shopping mall, and then
Yeah.
after that Dexter ends up going into a different car of a different family, and they're all pretty much like Dexter's. Because like they're all very organized, and then the other kid is practically just like a boy version of Dee Dee.
Yeah.
But then they end up missing like their actual family.
Mhm.
Damn, man. You're gonna I guess it goes okay, go ahead. Why are you gonna pick a regular show? I just went into a solid nostalgia kick of Dexter's
Oh
Lab.
man.
I guess I have to give it a shout out because we won't be talking about it anymore.
It's a really But the reason why I'm going with regular show over Dexter's Lab, I also before I give you that answer, fun fact: the guy that did the end song, the like intro song, the opera sounding song,
Mhm.
was my old choir teacher in elementary and middle school.
What?
Yeah,
The person that did the intro
yeah,
to Dexter's Lab, like
yeah,
that was him?
yeah.
He was your choir teacher from
He was a
elementary?
choir slash music teacher.
Damn, that's some shit. And you're still gonna pick regular
and
show.
I'm still gonna pick regular show.
Damn, you really like regular show.
Dude,
Shouts out your teacher right now. Shout out your teacher.
oh
I forgot his
man,
name. Shouts out Dexter's lab teacher.
Augie something. I know his
Okay.
friend's first name is Augie. I think it's like Augie Castignolo.
Okay. Shouts
Either
out
way,
him.
picking regular show. Regular show is like one of my like favorite cartoons.
Mm.
Like I like genuinely enjoyed like every episode that I watched of the regular show.
It is very it's a like we were saying, it's kind of like relatable.
Like it's like the nostalgia feel that I have for Dexter's Lab would only really lose to like three shows on the Cartoon Network side. And regular
Hmm.
show, unfortunately, just happens to be one of them. Like you
Mm.
would put Dexter's Lab against Ed and Eddie, Dexter's Lab. You would put it
Hmm.
against Grim Adventures, Dexter's Lab.
Mm.
Like Teen Titans, even Dexter's Lab.
Mm. Okay, that one
But
would have been really hard, I feel.
that one would have been really hard. But there's three Cartoon Network shows that would beat it. I
And
feel, in
regular
my
show is
opinion,
one of them
and regular show is one of
for
them.
you.
Yeah,
Damn.
but
All
one of them
right.
is not even on your bracket. So before we do our final, we're gonna do like honorable mentions. Like
Okay.
it's gonna be like what I wish you would have added and what you wish I would have added.
Okay. Oh yeah, I have one that I feel like you would have added.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Damn.
So,
All right. You
but
gave the
yeah,
nod to regular
it's
show.
gonna
Here
be
we
regular
go.
show. I don't know how big of an upset that is, considering it almost
It's
wasn't even on the bracket.
it's an upset to me. It could be an upset to a lot of people though.
It could be an upset to a lot of people. I
Because
think a lot of people like
Dexter's Lab, I feel like people hold Dexter's Lab near and dear, or maybe it's just me. Who knows?
a lot of no. I think a lot of people might get. I think a lot of people might get question my decision making after this one.
Okay. All right. You got regular show advancing,
Yes, and
beating
so
Dexter's Lab.
to round out all of round one on the Nickelodeon side, we have Rocket Power versus Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Okay. So, um, it's gonna be Avatar: The Last Airbender. I really love it.
Oh,
But
okay, okay.
let's give. I'm gonna give Rocket Power its flowers. But I took out the tension. But I'm gonna give
I mean,
because Avatar: The Last Bender was so good. It was so freaking good. Freaking the whole like the end when like Aang gets like his powers or
mhm,
not like he goes Avatar state and then like he's beating up the Fire Lord and he's using all four elements and then he ends up taking out his bending away.
yeah,
The whole lead up to that was good. The story arc of Zuko becoming the bad like he was the bad guy and then he becomes the good guy and when you learn like the history of like his grandfathers and stuff,
yeah,
that shit was really cool. Um, but let me give Rocket Power some of its flowers. Rocket Power inspired you to go outside and do so many activities.
yes, it did.
Freaking it
Skateboarding, surfing, they
yes.
snowboarded,
I
they
literally
rode
did
bikes.
everything but surfing because in Tahoe you couldn't really surf.
Yeah.
But I was able to snowboard. That shit what made me want to snowboard.
The
Freaking
only thing I didn't try, the only two things I didn't try that they did were snowboarding and street hockey.
we hella did street hockey. I bought rollerblades for the specific fact to go play street
I
hockey.
can't ride a rollerblade.
Like with dead ass, we
Dead ass,
had
I can't.
we had like goals. We
Mhm.
had like little hockey pucks, and then after that we play that. I remember I don't know if it was a movie, but when they went to Australia and then they
Yep,
did like a decathlon, me and my friends did our own like mini decathlon because
nice.
it's like I said, like we lived in front of a forest. And then some of my friends' older brothers did like a makeshift, not a makeshift, like they dead ass like went into the forest, got shovels and made like ramps, like BMX ramps.
Mhm.
Um, it was like a trail too. Like so like we would do that and then after that we would like ride bikes to like the lake, swim, then like we would like come back. We did like our own little mini decathlon and that was all because of Rocket Power. So I gotta give shouts out to Rocket Power. Plus also shouts out to people of color in cartoons because Rocket Powers they were Hawaiian, but
Mhm.
as a brown person, it was nice to see more brown people as cartoons. So that's always very nice. However, that being said, Avatar: The Last Bender is just so good, and Zuko's voiced by Dante Bosco, and he's Filipino, so there's that.
Dude, Dante Bosco randomly showed up on my TikTok.
Shouts out Dante Bosco, man.
But
Um,
dude, you had such a like visceral moment with, and such a real moment because of Rocket Power, and you're still choosing Avatar: The Last Airbender, bro.
because it's that good, bro. Like I love
Oh
Avatar
man,
so much. I the season finale, I had friends over to my house and we ate mozzarella sticks to watch the season finale.
bro, dude, I had a friend in high school that bailed on me. We had plans, and he bailed on me to watch the finale of Avatar: The
I
Last
don't I
Airbender.
don't blame him. I don't blame him. My ass was in high school too, and I told people, I was like, yo, well, no, but they came over. They weren't into it as much as I was into it, but I had mozzarella sticks, and they're like, all right.
Mozzarella sticks.
So yeah, the rocket power really inspired me to go out there and like that was a positive influence. You know, when you watch a cartoon and it makes
Mhm.
you want to like go out and do stuff.
Yeah,
Rocket power was that for me.
but you're still picking
Um,
Avatar.
Still picking Avatar just because it's just a solid show overall. I think that's kind of been the theme of this is like as adults, like we kind of if we're gonna have to pick one, we're kind of picking the the show that kind of stood the test of time more,
Yeah,
where it's like a solid like story. Because like Rocket Power is like good nostalgia, but I feel like Avatar: Last Airbender has like a solid story and nostalgia too, as
yeah.
like it's best of like both worlds. So yeah, shouts out Rocket Power, but I gotta give it to Avatar: The Last Airbender on this
I
one.
feel like Avatar. I think the thing I would have picked Avatar: The Last Airbender too, just as like just so everyone knows. But
Mm-hmm.
like I feel like Avatar: The Last Airbender as a show had the perfect pacing.
Yeah,
Has
yeah,
perfect
perfect.
pacing. Has the perfect amount of episodes. Doesn't try to do more than it doesn't try to be. It like does a lot and doesn't try to do more than what it needs to.
It was a well tied bow. It ended when it needed to end, and then Legend of Korra was like a good spin-off after that.
Yeah,
Well, the only thing is that they could have kept on going with Avatar: The Last Airbender is Zuko's mom,
yeah.
but they made a comic for that to figure it out.
Well,
So,
they made a number of comics and like books about Avatar after
mhm,
the series ended.
yeah.
And I wouldn't even be mad if they like brought back Avatar and like started doing cartoons again. Like
No, I think no one.
as a
I think
20
no one would be.
as someone as a 20 something year old dude, like I would totally still watch that.
Avatar: The Last Bender is like people love the lore of it. That one's really like I feel like that's gonna really stick around.
The only thing it needs is a really good video game.
Yeah, there you go, man. There you go.
All
All
right.
right, man. Let's bring it out to
Second
so
round.
we're in the Elite Eight
We're
now,
in the
right?
Elite Eight, and
Okay.
our first matchup is going to be Adventure Time versus Teen Titans. All right. All right.
This
This
is
one,
hard.
this is really hard. This is, I'm looking at the bracket, and like this is gonna be the hardest one of the Elite Eight.
It definitely is because I feel looking at the bracket, I feel like I know what you're gonna do for the next one. But um so okay. Um like I said in the last one, Adventure Time, I feel like it has a more well, okay, they both have good world building because Teen Titans is in the whole DC
Yeah.
universe. So there's a whole lot of lore to that. Um yeah, I don't know. This one's tough. This one is tough.
So it's actually the more you talk about it, and the more we talk about it, one of the things that really hurts Teen Titans is the fact that we never got that fifth season. Because like each
Yeah.
season had a Titan that like was a that like kind of had their like moment,
Mm-hmm.
and like we never got a season five, so Beast Boy never really got like finality to his arcs, if you will.
Mm-hmm. I love the whole Raven and like Raven's dad
Yeah,
thing. Like that was really good.
but, like all the stuff they did with Cyborg was really cool.
Mm-hmm. Terra, and then after that, Terra's sister, like that
Yeah.
whole thing, that was really good. Then Slade, you know what I'm saying?
So like, but like yeah, like not having a fifth season really hurt.
Mm-hmm. The
All right,
action's way better in Teen Titans than in Adventure Time, though.
that's true. That's true. But
Way better.
the dynamic between Finn and Jake is like really good. And then BMO, like how do you not like BMO?
I need to finish. I feel like Adventure Time. Did you finish all of Adventure Time?
I finished all of Adventure Time.
I feel like it was finished properly. And
Yeah,
did you feel like good like when it was done. It didn't leave you
It
like
made
yearning.
sense. It made sense. I didn't need to.
Hmm.
I didn't need more. Like I wasn't upset with the ending.
I still need to watch all of it because I love the whole like post-apocalyptic shit
Yeah,
and like the Ice King, how he became the Ice King, and then like how like yeah, I really love all of that. The whole Marceline thing was really cool.
yeah. The
Um
Fire Princess
yeah, go ahead,
and
John. Go ahead though.
Princess
Keep
Princess
going.
Bubblegum.
I feel like I know where you're gonna lean towards this.
Where do you think I'm leaning?
I think you're gonna lean towards Adventure Time because it's just more of a it was more complete show if you're gonna go show for show with Teen Titans.
Unfortunately, you're right.
Mm,
It pains me. It really pains me because I am more of a DC guy than a Marvel guy,
mm.
and this is one of the best DC cartoons. Like in my opinion, it's one of the best.
Yeah, I think it might go. Well, Young Justice was really good.
Young
Young
Justice
Justice,
was phenomenal.
yeah. But no,
Young
Teen
Justice,
Titans, like this Teen Titans is really good. I really looked forward to this every week when I
and
watched
then
Teen
like and then you're like, and then like it was so good that like even though it got canceled, they still did Teen Titans Go.
Titans. Yeah, which is so when we do Teen Titans, we're just doing the OG Teen
Doing the
Titans.
OG. We're not. I'm not
Teen
including Teen
Titans
Titans
Go is
Go.
its
It's
own
its
thing,
own thing
right?
because it's a totally different show.
That one's very like cartoony. Like
Very
it's
cartoony.
definitely not this anymore.
But they have it's same voice actors. Same voice
Yeah,
actors.
which gives it at least you have like somewhat of the same feel, but it's
Gives
not
you
what you
that
wanted.
gives you that
We
odd
talked
sense of
about it in the last
continuity.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But okay, Adventure
But
Time over Teen Titans, huh?
oh, am I sure? Am I sure about that? This is
I
really
don't know,
tough.
man.
This is really tough, man. I'm
For me, because I haven't finished Adventure Time, I would have picked Teen Titans because I just really love the action and all of it to it, and like plus the nostalgia to it.
you know what? I'm
But
gonna go Teen Titans.
really,
I'm gonna go Teen Titans.
are you?
Yeah.
Don't make me change your mind
Book it.
because you
No.
finished Adventure Time. So
No.
like,
But
if it's a more complete show, I'm not mad at you with that argument because I just love the action to Teen Titans. Remember when um
it's like, oh,
remember
I don't want to influence your decision. But let me influence your decision real quick.
just this last thing. I think it was like the first episode. Remember when like Cyborg and Robin would fight each other,
Yeah.
and then they're like, "Okay, no, we're friends now." And then they did the sonic boom, where like Robin would like he like ran up against the wall, then he threw his little like grenade thing, and then after that, Cyborg did his like super cool blast, and then they blast away the blob monster. That
Yeah.
was really cool. That was
But
such a nerdy. I feel like such. I have glasses too. That was really cool. Remember when Robin and Cyborg double teamed the monster? But yeah, I just had to say that.
I'm gonna go Teen Titans.
Are you really?
I am really
Damn.
gonna go Teen Titans.
All right, man. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
man,
I
this
feel
was
like I
tough.
influenced you on that one.
No, it was really tough. It was really tough.
Ooh. All right, man.
It was
Teen
really tough.
Titans. Boom. What was the over? Okay, so what was the
I'll give you the reason. I'll give you the
okay.
reason why. I really liked Adventure Time. Like I loved watching it. But I'm a sucker for superhero cartoons.
Mm. I get you. I'm not mad at
Like,
you. They're just fun, man. There's
yeah.
the action to it. It's very Saturday morning cartoony.
And it's like the feeling I got when I would watch Teen Titans is different than the feeling I'd get for watching Adventure Time. I think Adventure Time might be the better cartoon.
Hmm. You could I guess you could binge more, but I feel like you'd feel more fulfilled watching Adventure Time. If you watch like from beginning to end, I feel like you'd feel more fulfilled watching Adventure Time than you did Teen Titans. Because if you binge Teen Titans beginning to end, you're yearning for more because you're like they didn't finish the whole Beast Boy
But
Terror thing.
but here's the thing, like if yeah, but like I would want to like I would like delve into I would me as a person like I would go like research it a lot. Like and like
You would really go into the lore of Teen
yeah,
Titans then.
I would really go into the lore. Like even after like the series ended, like I would still
Mm,
like go in and like see like oh like from the comic books perspective what happened to each
mm,
and like
okay,
go from there. So that's
I
part
got
of the
you.
reason why I chose. That's part of the reason why I'm choosing Teen Titans here.
Damn. All right. I'm not mad at you.
Oh man, that was really
Nice.
tough.
That was tough.
I might lose sleep over that, man.
Okay, which
Okay,
one am I doing next?
you've got SpongeBob versus Hey Arnold.
This one's hard.
Now if it were me, I would choose SpongeBob. There's a reason why SpongeBob's the number one in my on my side of the bracket. Um, I mean, culture. Talk about a cultural influence. Like for a solid like 5, 10 years, you couldn't get away from SpongeBob even if you tried. I mean, you can still go to like Target and find SpongeBob stuff. Like like
I love Hey Arnold. I really do.
I like Hey Arnold too, but
But
dude,
once again,
dude.
just remember the episode when it was the bubble dome. That was like my one of my or when they're like it's low key like they're the Super Bowl
Yeah,
and like they're
the Sweet Victory.
yeah, the first
Dude, dude,
solid song.
do you remember the Super Bowl where they teased it was like the first Super Bowl after the creator of SpongeBob passed away and they teased having SpongeBob there and SpongeBob was only on like a little bit like a little snippet of it and they
Yeah.
used SpongeBob to transition to Travis Scott.
Yeah, that would have been tight if they did they not do Sweet
They
Victory?
did not do Sweet Victory.
Yeah, but okay, so
But like the fact that like SpongeBob's still so much on the cultural zeitgeist that like people even like tweeted about that and like
it would have been
the
hype.
voice and like everyone's voice was like loud enough to like even have them in the halftime like have them
It
appear in
would
the halftime thing.
it would have been hype.
it,
And
it would have been hella hype. Like you could have started with it and then transitioned to Maroon 5.
yeah, freaking that was I think that episode's my favorite episode out of all the SpongeBob is the Sweet Victory because I really like the song and then after that when Squidward like really like Squilliam has a heart attack or
Yeah,
like he's like and like it's just so like it's like a really good moment.
really
But
good
my
moment.
favorite moment is when they come up and it's like the Super Bowl and it's just like regular humans and then
Yeah.
Patrick goes, "There's some weird looking fish." um, but Hey Arnold, I'd say uh is better cartoon when it comes to like lessons, man.
Yeah,
Because like every episode is like he helped Monkey Man,
yeah,
um, freaking the fucking Pigeon Guy episode.
yeah,
You remember Pigeon Guy? Because they were all a dick to Pigeon Guy, and then
yeah.
after that,
And then
it was
Arnold
like
was like,
he flew away. Then there's the one episode where like he met like the sewer person. The freaking when they saved the was it a walrus? It wasn't a walrus. What was
was
it?
it a seal
A turtle. It was
or
a
a turtle?
turtle. It was Lockjaw.
Oh,
And then Lockjaw had like graffiti on it. Oh, this is really hard. This is really hard. This is
you know what? Do me a
you know
favor.
what?
Do me a favor.
Yes.
Quote. Give me a Hey Arnold quote.
I don't remember quotes. I can't do a quote, but I remember the
Okay, give me a SpongeBob quote right now.
I just told you, man, these are some weird looking fish.
Yeah, exactly,
I
exactly.
know, but like, hey Arnold, like made you
Dude,
want to be like a good person, man. Freaking
are you really choosing Hey Arnold over SpongeBob right now?
I
Is that what this is?
remember the episode.
Dude, do you remember the episode when Gary ran away and SpongeBob was like really sad and Gary ended up like realizing that, you know, just because he wanted to leave, just because he wasn't happy in that moment doesn't mean home isn't where his heart was.
Helga really wanted the Dino Spumoni like snow boots. um but when Arnold was really looking trying to connect Mr. Win with his long lost, it's either daughter or niece. I'm sorry if I'm messing that up, but then Helga was like she knew what was the right thing to do, and then after that gave her Dinos Moni boots to like the IRS worker guy or like the social worker guy so he could help make that connection. That was really good. It just you know what? There's a hot take. I'm going, hey Arnold over SpongeBob because I just feel like the cartoon just made you want to become a better person, man. It showed you how to become a better person.
So this is the end of the pod. Thank you so much for listening. Oh, dude, I don't think you understand how big of a gut punch that is to me, man. SpongeBob, dude, how could you do that, man?
Yeah, or I know. I could quote remember when there was like the bad guy, and then after that Patrick was all like wee woo wee
Wee woo,
woo.
wee woo.
Or you know what SpongeBob quote that I quote a lot though is a Sunday. Yeah, we're just all like, I'm
Dude,
ugly.
dude, once this ugly barnacle, he was so ugly that everyone died. The end.
Yeah. But with that, man, I feel like Hey Arnold just had more, um,
Oh man.
just more like it just taught you to be a better person. Remember when Hey Arnold helped Chocolate Boy not be, and like you figured out why he ate chocolate was because here it reminded him of his like grandma,
Mhm.
and he ended up like it was bad for him, but he ate it because of like his grandma. But then he ended up becoming like a radish, like he got really
Yeah.
into radishes. Um, yeah, man. I don't know. I'm going with Hey Arnold over SpongeBob right now because of the morals.
Well, well,
Are we
it,
not
this,
friends anymore?
this is this is this is painstaking for me, man. I had to click. I had to click. Hey Arnold to advance him in the bracket. It was. Whew. Oh man, dude. So many questions, man. So many questions.
Tell me, give me one question. What's one of your burning questions right now?
Why?
Why? I don't know, man. I think I really um I liked Hey Arnold more
Oh
than
man.
SpongeBob.
You know what? It might be time for me to send you off to the great beyond.
um
It's a
yeah.
giraffe.
Oh, it's a rock. It's not a boulder. It's I could
It's
quote
a
SpongeBob
rock.
all day, but I just feel like
Dude,
Hey
dude,
Arnold was a
dude.
better
All the
cartoon.
songs in SpongeBob. Remember when SpongeBob ripped his pants?
Oh, yep, that was really good. When
You know,
Big Larry
he came
came,
out
he
just to
put
put
him
it
down,
down. SpongeBob turned into a clown.
and nobody never
Wants to dance.
with the
Ooh,
fool.
ripped his pants.
Damn, you know what? No, I'm sticking with Hey Arnold, man. I'm
Dude, do,
sorry.
do you
Firm
remember the Krusty
decision.
Krab pizza song?
I loved it.
Krusty
I loved
Krab
it.
pizza
I loved it.
is the pizza for you and me.
I'm going Hey Arnold, man. Just those episodes like stick with me more. I free the Monkey Man episode, the
You
that
took
whole
my
pit.
only candy bar. Now I'm gonna starve.
Hey, which one of you guys stole my candy? And like he ate it. But yeah, I'm picking Hey
It was
Arnold,
an
man.
Alaskan bullworm.
I'm picking Hey Arnold.
Oh, dude, we just quoted a bunch of SpongeBob. Wow, okay.
Yep. Yep.
Well, switching gears. I'm gonna need to switch gears, otherwise we can go on forever about this. Switching
Yep.
gears, we have Ed, Edd and Eddie versus regular show. Not a contest.
I feel like this is a quick one for you.
It's really quick. As much as cool as Ed, I mean, it's I genuinely really like a regular show. I would go back and rewatch regular show. Like,
This is if this was like an actual like basketball, like this would be like a Cinderella story.
this
Regular
could be a
show
really big
came in
Cinderella story.
from the play-in game to go to the elite
To the Final Four.
the final four.
They're your Loyola. They're your Loyola Chicago a
Yeah.
few years ago, or your Florida Gulf Coast of a few years before that.
Mm.
Your regular show. It's honestly like as much as like as cool as like interesting as Ed and Eddie was. It's a very repetitious show.
Yeah, it's
Very
more of a
repetitious.
it's very like one off, very like cartoony. Just
Like you only need to watch like a season's worth of shows to to like get the whole entire story of Ed, Edd and Eddie.
mhm. You don't watch it for the story. You just watch it just to watch it. To
Yeah.
just that one episode you like that one episode.
But like regular show, like it's again it's one of those things where it's like, you know, it's just one of those shows that like I feel like resonates enough with a lot of people and
Hmm.
is really easy to just like kind of relate to. And you talk about Hey Arnold having like such a like good message.
Hmm.
Um, you know, there's something to be said about being able to relate to characters and being able to take their experiences and kind of be like, oh shit, I felt something similar once, and then the dynamic, between Mordecai and Margaret and how like even as they go through and like they genuinely have like a lot of care for each other, but it's not meant to be.
Hmm.
Just that dynamic that's a real dynamic that goes on, in the world. And so like there's a lot of things that like the regular show like introduced like had to it that like puts it in its own like it separates it very easily from Ed, Edd and Eddy. So the regular show is my pick going into the final four, which leaves you with probably a really easy decision, which is the Fairly Odd Parents versus Avatar: The Last Airbender. Um,
Well, John. um,
if you would be really testing my friendship if okay, it would be really tough.
no, freaking it's gonna be Avatar: The Last
Oh
Airbender.
my God.
Shouts out Jimmy, or I was gonna say Jimmy. Shouts out Fairly Odd Parents. It's one of those what should I call it? It's one of this is it's another. These are like solid staples. So these final four,
Mhm.
on the Nickelodeon side of SpongeBob, Hey Arnold, Fairly Odd Parents, Avatar: The Last Airbender. These are like staple Nickelodeon shows. I
Yeah,
feel of like what really made Nickelodeon, why we love Nickelodeon.
right.
Um, and just I the mozzarella sticks. My friends came over for mozzarella sticks to watch the finale. So there's that part in it. I really love. Um, yeah, I really like the Christmas special
Mhm.
for Fairly Odd Parents, but I gotta go Avatar: The Last Airbender.
All right. That's fair. That's fair. Totally fair. And that's the choice I would have picked.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll say, you know, as we get into this final four, like each four have like it's something unique that it brings to the table that
Whoa,
like
this
the
is
other
crazy.
shows like don't like the other shows don't bring. Still annoyed that you chose Hey Arnold over SpongeBob. That's your decision. I gotta respect it.
Damn, man.
But it's the final four. The final four. We have Teen Titans versus the regular show. Do you believe in miracles, Lee?
For me, I would pick between these two. I would pick Teen Titans for me, just because of I like the action of it. I like the story. Like we could relate more to like Mordecai, Rigby, and like their whole thing. But I like the story more for Teen Titans in general. Like the whole Slade arc is really good. Um, what else? What else? Yeah, we just went over it. The whole like when the Ravens dad thing,
Yeah.
like that shit was really intense. So for me, I would go Teen Titans. But you could make an argument for regular show. I'm not mad at you. I'm not. It's not a hot take where you're like you're really trying to convince me for SpongeBob.
Do you believe in miracles?
I do. I do believe in miracles. This regular show going all the
Regular
way.
regular shows going to the final.
Damn, the
I
final.
you know,
So out
honestly,
of all these cartoons from Cartoon Network, regular show is your favorite.
no.
Oh, okay. All right. Since we're already here, what are some
No.
honorable mentions that I
No,
missed?
no, we'll get to the honorable mentions
Okay, at the
because
final, on the
on the
final, we'll get
final
to
we'll talk
honorable
about
mentions.
it.
Okay.
But no, regular show is my second. What this bracket has shown me is that
Mm.
regular show like is a really good cartoon.
We low key kind of talked it out. We never like through this we talked out why we liked it because we never
Yeah.
like we did not, mind you, listeners. We did this shit like right now, like 10
Yep.
minutes prior. We didn't prepare notes,
No, we did
nothing.
not.
We just said
This
this
is
shit
all
from
off the top of the dome.
off the top of the dome.
But
Damn. All right.
yeah, no,
So
but
what
regular
made
show.
you
It's
regular show really? Like was it just when while we were talking about it, what gave you the epiphany of regular show?
Teen Titans is the best DC cartoon that came out around the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Like Young Justice, in my opinion, is a better cartoon
Mm-hmm.
than Teen Titans is.
I'll give you that.
That might be a controversial take, but that that's that's where my head's at.
Mm-hmm.
But with regular show, like, dude, dude, a lot of the reasons why I mentioned it for Ed and Eddie, like you can like yeah, could you miss a couple episodes here and there? Yeah, but they always figured out a way to progress the story. Like they made you genuinely care about all of the characters,
Mm.
and there's a lot of characters in regular show for you to care about.
So like if you binged regular show from beginning to end, and then if you binge Teen Titans from beginning to end,
I would feel more satisfied
you feel more satisfied.
binging regular show.
Damn, that's a lot saying because you went Adventure Time over. I asked you the same question for Adventure Time, and you chose Teen Titans because you would still like go into the lore of it.
Yeah.
So you'd still go into the lore of Teen
I
Titans,
would still go
but
to Lower Teen Titans,
the regular
but
show just made you feel more complete and like
yeah,
more wholesome inside after.
right, exactly,
Oh, damn. All
exactly.
right, John. All right.
Um, so to get through the final four, we might have a second cinder. We might have another controversial take. I don't think it's gonna happen, but we have Hey Arnold versus Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Well, John. Okay.
The mozzarella sticks.
I know. Mozzarella sticks for shouts out mozzarella sticks. I kind of want mozzarella sticks after this.
Dude, I'm actually contemplating going to
We
get
should get
mozzarella
mozzarella
sticks.
sticks, bro. This is
Dude,
mozzarella sticks sponsor us.
dude,
Just the food. Like no specific brand.
dude. If there's
Just
like
mozzarella sticks.
if multiple brands want to sponsor us for mozzarella sticks, like feel
Bro.
free.
Okay. Just tangent, but not really. You heard it here first. Our our next shirt, our just shirt for this should be mozzarella sticks. And if you know, you know.
Dude, if you know, you know.
Okay. That's gonna be our shirt is mozzarella. That's our logo is mozzarella. No, just the shirt. We'll do mozzarella stick shirts.
Dude, no, we
Okay.
should do mozzarella hats. Mozzarella stick hats.
Like a dad hat with the mozzarella sticks and then
Dude,
like the cheese
yes.
going. Okay, no one steal that. No one steal that. Um Hey Arnold's a good show
It
when
is a
it
really good
comes.
show.
I really because it taught you morals, man, of just how to. Arnold was just he wanted to help people, and he taught you how to help people. He helped the kid with the shitty basketball kid, or no, he was shitty at basketball, and then his dad was like a total doucher, and then he helped him out, and then I went to it. The whole Mr. Win thing really stood out to me,
Yeah.
and shouts out more Asian people in popular media, so that's
Yep.
always good. Um, but
But
mozzarella sticks.
mozzarella sticks.
I've just Avatar: The Last Airbender was like just the lore of it is really great. People still love it to this day. Uh, I didn't read the comics, but I definitely went into like YouTube where like people explain what happened to Zuko's
Mhm.
mom, and I really needed that. Uh, and just the Aang's progression of learning all the four elements, freaking. I think. Well, no, because Avatar: The Last Bender, maybe it's not so like in your face. This is how you be a good person, like how like Hey Arnold is, where it's like one-off
Mhm.
episodes, but it does it shows like compassion. It has good
Yeah.
morals in there too. You know what
Has
I'm
good
saying?
morals. I mean, both protagonists of each cartoon have go through their own struggles of not having, you know, the
Yeah,
people like not having like the parental figures and like their parental figures in their life.
true.
Like
Well, you
the
could go ahead. Go ahead.
but they both kind of like allow you to kind of like, lean on that like the idea that like your friends can be family
Mm-hmm.
and like
Yeah.
you can make your family out of like you can have like brothers and sisters like
Mm-hmm.
out of like friends.
Yeah. But like with that being said though, is like the thing with Avatar is like you see there's a character arc to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they change. Like Aang in the beginning is like very childish still. And then towards the end of it, he becomes the Avatar and he takes up the responsibility to like change the world. And even like with like Katara and Sokka, like there's a character arc to all of
Yeah.
them, you know what I'm saying? Whereas Hey Arnold is it's still there's no character arc. Arnold's always going to be Arnold. Helga's always going to be like what Helga is. Um, I maybe there's an episode or like a little movie where like they change a little, but they won't really change for the most part. When you tune in, you know what the character is going to be, but where Avatar is like, there's a whole character arc. And like Zuko is probably my favorite character arc from like I must capture the Avatar for my honor to be like I
I,
have to
I have
help
to
the
I have to
Avatar.
train the avatar.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go Avatar: The Last Airbender, man.
All right.
Damn. Okay, but my question to you is though. So I
Oh,
feel like
Okay, so our final is Avatar: The Last Airbender versus regular show.
Yes. But let's say I picked SpongeBob over instead of the hot take that was Hey Arnold over SpongeBob.
I probably would have picked Avatar: The Last Airbender
Would you? Okay.
over.
I
So
was gonna
like
wonder.
I think I don't think you would have picked I don't think you would have picked regular show over Dexter's Lab. So the Cartoon Network side would have been different for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I think the Nickelodeon side, other than you picking Hey Arnold over SpongeBob, like and picking Danny Fatal Parents over Danny Phantom, like we agree. Like
Okay.
it, yeah, I think we got the two best shows. I think we got two of the best shows, the best
What
cartoons of
what
the era.
were what was the one that I was missing on the Cartoon Network side that you couldn't believe?
Dude, have you ever seen Steven Universe?
Okay, these are that's I haven't watched it. That's why. That's why. Because Steven Universe is in the same vein of what was I gonna say? Steven Universe is in the same vein of like the regular shows, the Adventure Times. It's like in the same vein of that. Oh,
Yeah,
you know one I
dude,
missed?
Steven Universe.
How did I not put Samurai Jack?
Dude, you didn't put Samurai Jack. You didn't put Steven Universe. Like,
We need to redo this shit.
I
Scratch the
mean,
episode.
you
No.
didn't have Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Well, no, it was hard, man. It was really hard.
Like, but no, dude. On a serious note,
I should
Steven
have put
Universe.
Samurai Jack in there. I can't believe I didn't put Samurai Jack. I definitely overlooked that
I mean,
one.
you could have put Samurai Jack over Grim Adventures.
That was what I was gonna say. I could have done that. That would have made it more interesting if I put Samurai Jack in
Yeah,
there.
because I might have actually chose Samurai Jack over Adventure Time.
Yeah,
But, dude,
we're here. We're here.
dude,
We
if you would have
are.
put Steven Universe in this bracket, Steven Universe would be in the final.
Mm,
Like, talk
mm.
about a complete, in my opinion, talk about a complete show. Steven Universe. That's one like I've gone out of my way to make sure that I've watched. And it's a newer cartoon.
Yeah, it was like around the time where
But like
um
it's one of the few cartoons that like actually aged your character.
oh,
So
like
like
there's a he gets older.
he gets older.
That's
Like
cool.
genuinely.
I enjoy a time skip.
Like all like there's a lot of songs that are in it that are amazing. There's so much character development for each character. Like you see Steven going from like this naive, like joyful kid to like the adult that just wants to make sure that everyone's okay and will do
Mm,
whatever it takes to like help them out.
mm-hmm.
You know, you have uh, Garnet, Amethyst, and Pearl like develop as characters so much that like they stop being what their normal like what normal like variants of them would be.
Mm-hmm.
It's like becoming these like more like whole like well-rounded like individuals.
Damn.
You know, they
If I put Steven Universe in there, would it have taken it all?
yeah,
Ah, okay, okay. Go, keep going.
no,
Give
no
Steven
doubt,
Universe its
no
flowers
doubt,
right now.
no doubt,
This is your opportunity. Keep going. Keep going.
no doubt. And it's just like there's just so many things to it that like there's so many things to it that like you make it stand out. You know, there's it's a very I feel like it's a very inclusive show. You know, you know, it's a very very like LGBTQ friendly show.
Mm-hmm.
You Steven's mom, you know, sacrificing herself so that her son can have a life
Mm.
is crazy, and like I mean,
It's emotional.
like
It's
very
tear jerking.
it's a show that perfectly like toes the line between emotion and reality.
Mm.
Like it very much like follows that like very thin line to the point where even like side characters get grow as people.
Mm.
Like Steven Universe, like there's this guy Lars that's like starts off as like an enemy of Steven,
Mm-hmm.
and then they become decent friends to where like the point where like Lars is like off doing his own adventures and growing as an individual.
Mm.
Like
There's like a humanity in the characters. It's not just so black and white, like I am the bad guy, I am the good guy.
yeah.
Mm.
So the fact that you didn't have Steve, I mean, if you haven't seen it, like I get
That's
it.
why I never
I
got into it.
I
That's
get
why.
why I understand why you don't have it on here. But dude,
That was enough.
I cannot recommend Steven Universe enough. It is such a good show. The movies are really well done.
Hmm.
And just I can't say one bad thing about that show.
You know what's shouts out Steven Universe. I'm
Dude,
happy.
shout out to
That's
Steven
really good.
Universe. Shout out to Steven Universe.
I need to watch it. I need to watch it.
I need to get your honorable mentions for Nickelodeon,
So
but yeah,
real quick,
definitely Steven Universe, Samurai Jack,
yeah,
and Courage the Cowardly Dog.
shame on me for Samurai Jack. I feel if I regret not putting Samurai Jack in there. I don't
Dude,
know why I didn't.
dude,
I was just doing
Philip
it quick.
Marr, the voice actor, amazing.
Yeah. This list could have been we could do a different list.
We
Something where I could give Samurai well, we could do like an Adult Swim thing. Well, I don't know. Shouts out Samurai Jack. Samurai Jack is probably one of those.
Samurai Jack was that Adult Swim?
Well, when it came back, it ended up
Yeah,
when it came back, it came into Adult Swim. But okay, so shame on me for not putting Samurai Jack. So
dude,
you got to get that out there.
gotta get that out
Um,
there.
but to like your the vein of Steven Universe because we haven't because like for me I didn't put it on there because I didn't see it,
Yeah.
but I feel like people feel that way about Ben 10 because I feel like Ben 10 has its own kind of cult
Oh
following too.
yeah, Ben 10.
Yeah, so yeah, I guess those are good
That's the thing. I
honorable
never
mentions
watched Ben
too.
10.
That's the same thing with me, but I feel like how you feel about Steven Universe, somebody out there feels that way about Ben 10, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure. Because I think it has its own lore too. But okay. In uh I can't believe you didn't put Cat Dog. Cat Dog should have been on there.
dude,
Cat Dog's really good.
I was
Rocco's
telling,
Modern Life. Yeah,
oh
that one was hard.
dude,
Angry Beavers too. I think
oh
Angry
dude,
Beavers is like one of my favorite.
I, I honestly, we did this in like 10 minutes. So
We really
like, of
did.
course
We
we're
really
gonna,
did. We're gonna miss them. I can't believe I
I,
missed Samurai Jack.
I really struggled between Cat Dog and Invader Zim.
Mm.
But I felt like Invader Zim had such a cult following, I had to put it on there.
Yeah, yeah. There's so many. I can't tell you how many freaking Gur hoodies there are out there.
Dude,
You know who wore
I,
Gur hoodies?
I,
Goth chicks that you're into.
dude, on a serious note, I would get a Gur tattoo.
Ah, no, I could see you. I could see you. Would you get on your neck, like right here, like a
Nah, dude.
blue Gur tattoo?
No. No, nothing on the neck.
I think
And
that'd
I
be
don't
a
think
cool leg tattoo. That'd be a cool leg tattoo, like on your like on a like a calf or something, or like
yeah.
your I don't know where you want to put it. I guess like I would maybe even here. I don't know.
I'm like maybe here,
You could figure it out. Would you want it big or
like
small?
here,
You want a big ass tattoo or like a little tiny guy?
like maybe on the inside, like here.
Yeah, my friend got like a otter, like a small otter tattoo on the bicep. You could do that. We'll see. Get a good tattoo, man. That'd
Maybe
be
on the
fun.
back. Maybe I'll get a back tattoo,
We'll figure it out.
but like girl, there's like on one of my shoulders.
Mm. But yeah, in terms of honorable mention on the Cartoon Network side, Cat or Chalk Zone is really good. I don't know if you watch
Chalk Zone was good.
Wild Thornberries. Doug. Oh my God, you should have put Doug in there. How could we forget Doug?
So the reason why I didn't put Doug in there is because Doug didn't finish its life on Nickelodeon.
Doug. So yeah, it did end up going into Disney. I remember watching Doug on some Disney.
Doug went to Disney at a certain point.
Mhm.
So I didn't want to like
That like weird overlap.
Yeah,
I feel
because like for this I would have had to omit the Disney Doug episodes.
yeah. Then Real Monsters is really
All
good.
Real Monsters was really solid. My Life as a Seasoned Robot was actually pretty good.
Legend of Korra is its own thing, but it's all under like Avatar: The Last Airbender lore to me.
Yeah.
Because you know what I'm saying? But it is its own thing. So I don't know. That one's kind of iffy. So like I'm not mad at you if you put I would just umbrella that all under Avatar: The Last Airbender. Yeah, Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
But it is it's its own Korra is her own character. It's its own thing. I liked how Korra I like Legend of Korra too. That show was tight.
It's a good show. So many choices that we omitted, and I think we could have easily done 16 and 16.
Mind you, we should do this again when we really think it out and not do a 10-minute right before. So we could do another one.
I mean, next year.
Yeah, we'll figure this shit out. I enjoy this bracket thing, but John, Avatar: The Last Airbender,
Or a regular show.
yes.
I think I already know what your answer is. Like, I don't think I need to ask you what your opinion on it is.
Okay.
I
For
I think you're gonna go Avatar.
yeah, we're are you gonna go Avatar?
Well,
Regular show over Avatar? That's crazy.
dude, I'm a Nickelodeon guy.
I'm a Cartoon Network guy. I think I would have picked Samurai Jack. I fucked up so hard. I would have picked Samurai Jack over.
Dude, Samurai Jack would have at least made it to the top two.
Damn. But
Just
the hard thing that
when I told you there were three shows, there were three Cartoon Network shows that regular show would have beat. It was it was what am I trying to say? Steven Universe,
Mhm.
Samurai Jack, and The Amazing World of Gumball.
Interesting. I
And
didn't.
actually, if I think and no, scratch that, not Amazing World of Gumball. Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Mm,
I loved that show as a kid. That would have been the one show that like for nostalgic reasons I could not vote against.
mm, I
I
feel you.
loved that show. Like
It's good. It's good.
it was creepy, it was morbid, it was like
It
a
was drawn
show.
different.
It was drawn different. It was such a unique show.
There's a pink bunny in there.
Dude, there's a lot of creepy ass elements to that show.
One
And it all worked.
one Cartoon Network show that it's kind of newer, but We Bear Bears. That one's really cool. I like We Bear Bears. They're adorable.
I get like TikTok recommendations for We Bear Bear stuff.
Um, okay, but so are you going regular show over
No,
Avatar?
I have to go Avatar.
So this is
It's a really tough decision. It's a really tough decision. But Avatar is one of those shows. Like I think we can agree. It's like one of those shows
it
that
is.
like it. I may have picked Steven Universe over it.
I feel you. I okay, so I think my final thoughts on all of this. So first, shouts out Avatar Last Bender. Avatar The Last Airbender
Yay!
won the whole bracket. No, 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 no,
Nickelodeon
no.
better!
No, 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 no,
Yeah!
no.
Yeah! Woo!
So I think Nickelodeon has um like two or three, just say like three solid.
What?
I don't know how to word this.
What?
I feel like
What?
Nickelodeon has like we were talking about like the
Okay.
phenomenon of like Avatar: The Last Airbender, SpongeBob, Hey Arnold, but I think Cartoon Network overall, like as like the roster, has better cartoons compared to the entire roster of Nickelodeon.
No, I disagree.
Dude, it has Steven Universe. You just said how much you love Steven Universe, regular show, Adventure
So,
Time, Dexter's
so
Lab,
I mean, but I pick,
Samurai Jack. I
but
feel like
I would pick Danny Phantom and Fail Out of Parents over Dexter's Lab.
man, I think that's my opinion is that I think
I'd pick Rocket Power over Dexter's Lab.
no way. No way.
Dude,
I would not pick Rock Power over Dexter's Lab.
I, it's eras
I
for
feel
me.
you.
It's eras. I
But
don't you can't I don't think it's safe. I don't think it's fair to say that that Nickelodeon only has like one like two or three like really good shows and then Cartoon Network has a like a longer
I feel
like
like I really think it does have a longer list of better shows, man. Teen Titans. Okay, just say Adventure Time, regular show, Steven Universe, Teen Titans. Then like I think those are all around like we kind of went through like all around better shows than possibly like a Jimmy Neutron or um
okay, hold on. You take those four. Avatar beats all four of them.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. Yeah,
You take all four of those. SpongeBob probably beats them.
yeah, that's what I'm saying is
Okay,
like
you take all those.
Nickelodeon
You
has
take
those
obviously
shows, but Cartoon
obviously
Network has like a longer list of better
Obviously Hey
shows.
Arnold would beat all those shows in your mind, right?
Cartoon Network has a longer list of better shows. Like if we're like all of the shows, because there are a bunch of Nickelodeon shows that were like whatever, that aren't on this list. But like I think in total, like Cartoon Network has better shows, but Nickelodeon has like stronger like one-off shows. Avatar: Last Bender, Hey Arnold,
Cartoon Network
SpongeBob.
might have a better roster of shows, but Nickelodeon has better overall shows.
I mean, yeah, I'm not mad at that statement, I guess, because we did say like we went over of how much I like Hey Arnold is really good. Then
Yeah.
after that, how like Avatar: The Last Airbender was like really good. That's what I'm saying. Just
Would you
like the
watch would you watch Hey Arnold over Teen Titans?
I would be more invested into teen. I'm more invested in Teen Titans than I am Hey Arnold.
And you let okay, in spite of that, you let Hey Arnold beat SpongeBob? Oh my
Yeah, well, because it was like over, because like okay, because Teen Titan has an overarching. We went about this like it's better
god.
stories
I
like
know, I
whole
know, I
overarching
know,
arc
I know. We
where
don't need
like
we don't need to go back to it.
Hey Arnold and SpongeBob are just like kind of like their own cartoons. You know what I'm saying? Like every episode, it's his own episode, and that's why I picked Hey Arnold over that. But
Oh,
yeah, man, I think Nickelodeon has like stronger cartoons like by
I
themselves. But I think Cartoon Network as a whole roster has better cartoons
I think if we
more
grabbed I think if we
than
grabbed
Nickelodeon.
I think if we grabbed cartoons from Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, and Disney Channel, dump them all into like one like huge pot,
Hmm.
we picked a top five, it'd be mostly Nickelodeon.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Genuinely like I don't even think I don't think there's a Disney Channel cartoon that even makes it on the list.
Um,
You're gonna tell me
Pepper
Recess,
Pepper Ann, Pepper Ann, something Pepper Ann,
you
Ducktales,
DuckTales, the
Roly
old
Po, Roly
Roly
Poly
Poly
Oly,
Oly,
and PB and
the
J Otter.
Mighty Ducks
Oh, Mighty
cartoon.
Ducks were good. Um,
Oh,
but
dude, does Nickelodeon get credit for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
well, I feel like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was on. Didn't they have because they had some spin-offs of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in Cartoon Network. I remember watching Inspector Gadget in Cartoon Network too.
Yeah, and especially that Gadget also makes Nickelodeon. That's true.
Interesting. But yeah,
But yeah,
um, Avatar: The Last Airbender though from like our bracket, I'm not mad at that at the
no,
final.
I think we can agree that Avatar: The Last Airbender is the best out of that final. Avatar is probably the better show,
Mm-hmm.
but that's not to take away from the regular show. The regular show is a really good show, and
Mm-hmm.
like I mean, first off, go watch Steven Universe.
Yeah.
It's such a good show, such a good show. And
Shouts out Steven.
dude, Steven Universe is just out there trying to figure out who he is, man.
Yeah. And on that note,
But
thank
yeah,
thanks for watching our. This was a fun bracket, John. We should do
dude,
another bracket for something.
this probably ends up being 2 episodes.
This might be. We'll see. This is yeah, we'll see, man. But shouts out these cartoons. Shouts out Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network for shaping for
Dude,
just for the childhood memories, I
I
guess.
was gonna say, like, you can thank Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon for essentially being a part of our childhood.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it'd be an exaggeration to say that, like,
It's so hard to
I,
go one over the other because it's both of them like combined is like
I, and
is what you
I
love.
think that's the over, I think that's the story of this podcast episode. You can't really choose one channel over the other,
Yeah.
although they're both better than Disney Channel.
Oh, yeah, that's what we're gonna fuck no.
But yes,
No.
let's not do that.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
not do that.
Disney Plus sponsor us. Um,
Hey,
they don't need to
I've got it.
sponsor us. They know enough.
I've got the bundle.
What was I gonna say? What okay, before we end this, what two channels were your Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network for you?
Oh my
Because I
God.
feel like regions were different. So for mine, 39 was Nickelodeon, and then 50 was Cartoon Network.
37 for sure was Nickelodeon for
Mm,
me. Um, 37 was Nickelodeon for me for the longest, and then we got DirecTV, and then became 300.
yeah, it depends what kind of like
Yeah,
cable company you had to.
yeah, and then Cartoon Network was 69.
Nice.
Nice. It was either 68 or 69, and then for DirecTV it was 296. And
Uh,
297. Because the thing about DirecTV is you could also get the East Coast time and the you get East Coast and West Coast. So like when the Avatar finale came out, I was able to watch it based off East Coast time.
Damn, that's crazy. Fuck. Well, on that note, shouts out Avatar Last Airbender. Shouts out mozzarella sticks because
Dude,
that's what I
dude,
ate.
dude. Look out for those hats, man.
Look out for these mozzarella sticks. We're gonna design this shit. Yeah. All right. Well, shouts out this bracket. Shouts out you, John. This is a good
Dude,
episode.
shout out to you, man. Dude, for
Um,
something that came together in like 10 minutes.
it was beautiful.
Beautiful.
Even though I forgot Samurai Jack. But besides that,
Even though you
thank
forgot Samurai Jack, even though you didn't include Steven Universe, even
well,
though you
because I
picked
didn't watch it. I didn't watch
SpongeBob,
it.
even though you picked
That's
Hey Arnold over SpongeBob.
shouts out all you guys for watching this. Uh, peace out.
Take
Love
care.
y'all. We'll keep on watching hella cartoons.
Dude,
Bye.
enjoy.